Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana, and joining me is Matt. We're covering a wide range of stories, from politics and economy to sports and entertainment.
That's right, Dana. We've got a packed show for you today. Let's dive right in. Our first story is about a shooting incident near the White House.
The Secret Service fatally shot 21-year-old Nasir Best after he opened fire near the White House on Saturday evening. Best was known to authorities for previous incidents and mental health issues and had claimed to be Jesus Christ.
That's a very disturbing incident. Were there any other injuries reported during the shooting?
Yes, a bystander was also wounded during the exchange of gunfire. The incident caused panic among tourists and journalists present in the area.
What was the motive behind Nasir Best's actions, according to the latest investigation?
The motive remains under investigation. However, it's known that Best had previous encounters with the Secret Service and had mental health concerns.
I see. So, was President Trump inside the White House during the incident?
Yes, President Trump was inside the White House at the time of the shooting, but he was unaffected.
That's a relief. Have there been any further details about Nasir Best's background or previous interactions with law enforcement?
According to court records, Nasir Best was previously arrested outside the White House while claiming he was Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's quite a history. It's clear that he had significant mental health issues.
Exactly. The incident highlights the ongoing challenges faced by law enforcement and the Secret Service in dealing with individuals who have mental health concerns.
Absolutely. Let's move on to our next story. What's the latest on the Russia-Ukraine conflict?
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported that Russia used a powerful hypersonic Oreshnik ballistic missile during a mass drone and missile attack on Kiev, which killed at least 2 people.
That's a significant escalation. How many times has Russia used this particular weapon in the conflict so far?
According to the reporting, this was the 3rd time Russia has used the hypersonic Oreshnik missile in the 4-year war.
The use of such advanced weaponry is concerning. What's the international response been like to this latest attack?
The articles don't specify the exact international response, but it's likely that there will be condemnation from various countries.
That makes sense. Let's shift gears to a potential Iran deal. What's the latest on that front?
The United States is reportedly close to reaching a deal with Iran that would end the war, reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and see Iran give up its stockpile of highly enriched uranium.
That's a significant development. What are the details and timelines for this potential deal?
Regional officials told the Associated Press that details and timelines would be worked out later. However, Iran has not publicly committed to giving up its uranium.
I see. So there's still some uncertainty around the specifics. Has President Trump commented on the potential deal?
Yes, Trump has said not to rush the deal, indicating a cautious approach.
That's interesting. Let's talk about Britain's Navy preparing to clear mines in the Strait of Hormuz.
The UK's Royal Navy is preparing for a potential mine-clearing operation in the Strait of Hormuz, pending a peace deal amidst regional tensions.
How does this relate to the potential Iran deal we just discussed?
The mine-clearing operation is likely connected to the broader regional tensions and the potential peace deal with Iran.
That makes sense. The Strait of Hormuz is a critical waterway. What's the current status of the mine-clearing operation?
The operation is still in doubt, with hundreds of British sailors waiting to be deployed.
Okay, let's move on to a different topic. There's been some discussion about racist remarks against Indians in the U.S. What did Marco Rubio say about it?
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio described the United States as a welcoming country and termed racist comments made against Indians as the actions of stupid people.
That's a strong statement. How did Rubio frame these remarks in the context of American society?
Rubio stated that such remarks do not reflect America's broader character as an immigrant-friendly nation.
I see. So he was distancing these incidents from the general attitude of Americans.
Exactly. Rubio highlighted that immigrants have significantly enriched the nation.
That's a positive note. Let's switch to some economic news. What's the latest on the AI industry?
The trial involving Elon Musk and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman showed that building artificial intelligence requires significant resources and enormous amounts of money.
That's not surprising. What were some of the key takeaways from the trial?
The trial highlighted the private debate among industry leaders about the direction of AI development.
Were there any clues about what might steer AI development beyond profit?
The trial offered some clues, but ultimately no verdict on whether anything other than profit could steer AI.
I see. Let's talk about some market news. What's been happening with the top valued firms?
6 of India's top 10 most valued companies together added over 74,111 crore rupees in market valuation, with Reliance Industries being the biggest winner.
That's a significant surge. What was the market valuation for Reliance Industries after the gain?
Reliance Industries' market valuation reached 18,333.7 crore rupees after adding 24,696.89 crore.
Wow, that's a substantial increase. Let's talk on some other economic news from Tajikistan.
Tajikistan's key economic sectors saw development worth 35.9 billion somani, $3.9 billion from January through March 2026.
That's interesting. What specific sectors are driving this expansion?
The articles mention the continued expansion of service industries.
Okay, let's discuss the retail fuel price hike. Is it inevitable?
A further hike in retail fuel prices may be unavoidable if current global energy disruptions continue, according to Raj Kumar Dubey, Director HR at Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited.
What are the factors contributing to this potential price hike?
Global price hikes of 20 to 50% and prolonged geopolitical tensions are mentioned as key factors.
That makes sense. Let's move on to some sports news. What's the latest from the Indianapolis 500?
Felix Rosenqvist won the Indianapolis 500 with a last-second pass on David Malakas, marking the closest finish in the race's history.
Wow, that sounds thrilling. What was the margin of victory?
Rosenqvist won by a margin of 0.0233 seconds.
That's incredibly close. Let's talk about some other sports news. What's happening with Iran's World Cup base?
Iran has moved its World Cup training base from the U.S. to Mexico after FIFA approved the request.
That's an interesting development. Why did Iran make this move?
The move was made to avoid visa complications associated with training in the U.S.
I see. Let's shift to some entertainment news. What's new with Peppa Pig on Nick Jr.?
Peppa Pig airs on Nick Jr. at various times, including 10:45 p.m. on Sunday, 24 May, with an episode where Peppa thinks of names for the new baby.
That's great. What are some other upcoming episodes or airtimes for Peppa Pig?
There are multiple airtimes and episodes, including Nursery Rhymes and Clubhouse Adventure.
Okay, let's talk about some other TV shows. What's on with Four in a Bed?
Four in a Bed airs on More 4 HD at 7:25 p.m. on Sunday, 24 May, with a visit to Bosom B&B in West Sussex.
What's the format of the show?
The show features 4 bed and breakfast establishments competing against each other.
I see. Let's discuss some other entertainment programs. What's happening with Tipping Point?
Tipping Point, a quiz hosted by Ben Shepherd, airs on ITV Quiz at 10 p.m. on Sunday, 24 May.
That's a popular quiz show. Are there any other notable airtimes for Tipping Point?
Yes, it airs at multiple times, including 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. on Monday, 25 May.
Okay. Let's talk about Judge Judy. What's the latest on that show?
Judge Judy airs on True Crime Extra at various times, including 3:30 a.m. on Monday, 25, featuring real-life small claims cases.
What's the format of the show?
The show features Judge Judy presiding over real-life small claims cases.
I see. Let's move on to some other news. What's the latest on the Ebola outbreak?
The Indian government has advised citizens to avoid non-essential travel to Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan due to the ongoing Ebola outbreak.
That's a serious concern. What's the current situation with the Ebola outbreak?
The outbreak has resulted in 160 suspected deaths out of 600 suspected cases, with 61 confirmed cases.
I see. So the situation is being closely monitored. Have there been any other significant developments related to the outbreak?
The World Health Organization has declared the Ebola outbreak a public health emergency.
That's a significant step. Let's wrap up our coverage for today. I think we've covered all the major stories.
That's right, Matt. We've covered a wide range of topics from politics and economy to sports and entertainment. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Dana. It's been a pleasure discussing these stories with you.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Until next time, good night.
Good night.